We now need to understand how we decide if a casualty is priority 1, 2, 3 or dead. To do this, we use a method called the triage sieve. Our first action is to send any uninjured survivors to a place of safety. Next, we assess if any of the injured casualties can walk by themselves. If they can, then we know that they have an airway and their breathing and circulatory systems are supporting a standing posture. If the person can walk, they are given a green label indicating priority 3. Our next assessment is breathing. If we come across a patient who is not breathing, we need to open their airway using a simple manual manoeuvre. Your healthcare professional will cover this later in the treatment section. If the patient starts to breathe when we open their airway, assign them a priority 1 and attach a red label. If there is no breathing after we have opened an airway, we need to accept that this patient is dead. If the patient is not walking but breathing, we now assess how fast or slow they are breathing. Very fast or slow breathing is an indicator that there is a serious underlying injury or condition. If someone is breathing below 10 breaths per minute or over 30 breaths per minute, they are also assigned a priority 1 status. Okay, if they are walking and breathing between 10 and 30 breaths per minute, our last assessment is circulation. If the pulse is over 120 beats per minute, they are assigned a priority 1. Finally, if the patient could not walk, but both the respiration and circulation criteria were acceptable, they are assigned a priority 2 and given a yellow label. It is important to understand that this is only the first stage in triage, as more detailed assessments of each patient will be carried out and their priority may be changed. Performing the task of primary triage will be vital to our aim. It allows us to quickly assess who needs our help the most and, critically, starts to tell us how many people are injured and how severe they are. Your healthcare professional will now take you through a practical to help you understand and use primary triage and patient counting.